Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Kate. I like math, but most people don't like math. So I thought that I would explain some geometry today to make it a little bit simpler and a little bit easier to understand, hopefully not too boring. So I'm going to talk about the triangle exterior angles theorem, which is basically just a combination of the triangle sum theorem and the linear pair theorem. So in this picture, you can see that we have a triangle with angles A, B, and C, and the edge, the edge of the side of AC is extended into a straight line. So then we have the exterior angle D. So using the triangle sum theorem, we know that all three angles of any triangle have the sum of 180 degrees. So we know that measure of angle A plus measure of angle B plus measure of angle C will equal 180 degrees, like I'm writing here. I write kind of slow. I tried to color code and it took some time. Okay, so now we can also look at the linear pair theorem, which I wrote as supplementary angles, which is true. Those two, angle C and angle D, are supplementary angles because of the linear pair theorem. I just forgot to write the linear pair part. So, because they're supplementary angles, we know that measure of angle C plus measure of angle D equals 180 degrees. So now we have two equations that both equal 180 degrees, which means that they're both equal to each other. So we can now write these equations equal to each other as a write these expressions as they're equal to each other. So that might not have made sense, but bear with me. So we can write that measure of angle C plus measure of angle D is equal to measure of angle A plus measure of angle B plus measure of angle C. And we know this because both of the equations are equal to 180, so those two expressions are equal to each other. And from there, we can simplify this equation because measure of angle C is on both sides. You can subtract measure of angle C from both sides, and then you're left with measure of angle D plus equals measure of angle A plus measure of angle B, which is the triangle exterior angles theorem, and explains how to find the exterior angle of a triangle. And that can work for any of the angles as long as it's extended into a straight line. Yeah, hopefully this made more sense and it's not too confusing. If it is still confusing, I apologize, and I can try and help explain it anymore if I can, if you need it. But hopefully that makes sense, and maybe now you like math.